Hello, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. My name is WW Ladman, but you already know that. And I just had KSP totally randomly start launching itself on the wrong screen for me. As in, the full screen totally went ahead and said, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna be on your second screen right now. And you're not gonna be able to do anything about that. Like, the usual modus operandi for that is Alt-Enter to enter windowed mode, pull the window over, and then go Alt-Enter again and it full screens on the right screen. Yeah, that didn't work for KSP. It just snapped back over to the other screen. What did work though, hold down the Shift and the Windows key and use the arrow keys to get that over. Anyway, Erlem 5 is on its way out of the Kerbin system. And we're gonna have a look at that going out. Goodbye, Kerbin. We will not come back, as per usual, because this is a probe. Okay, of course this is still on 1.1.3, not the 1.2 pre-release, since, of course, we can't really play the pre-release with mods, since most of the mods I'm using in this are not updated yet for 1.2. And I definitely want to explore these planets first and then decide what to do. I mean, I might end up switching over to the 1.2 pre-release once we actually have all the mods that I want to install available for it. But since I'm going to do fresh installs for every planet pack anyway, since, you know, this is probably not going to be very good for the save and everything if I just keep deleting and re-adding stuff over and over. It just does not usually fare well. Why is this not our target? There we go. We are going to go ahead and add a maneuver node on -1 orbit. Put that to the descending node and do a little bit of a correction burn to actually come in a little bit less stupidly. Which means we're going to, since this is the descending node, we want to ascend. Oops. And then we want to come in a little bit towards Erlem. In fact, this is going around this way. This is also going around this way, both of those. So we kind of want to come in on the other side. Like so. Like, dude, be a little bit more just gonna come in between these. Send one out here to wall. Oh, actually send the double thing out here. No, wall. That is, yeah, wall is the one with the moon. That send the double thing out to wall, or whatever is on top and has to go first is gonna go first. I do not know, so I'm just going to leave it like that for now. The next thing to happen, though, focus back on a ship. Go back to map mode, out of map mode, actually. So, what we've got here is that big thing here is going into the atmosphere of the thing. And the double lander is actually the one all the way down here. So we want to actually deliver these two first. So being a little bit closer in is actually a good idea. Also, we still have the ion engine completely untouched. Even if this only has like a bunch of fumes left in it. This here is our main engine. This has 83 left. That's nothing. But we've got 1 day worth of fuel in this. Oh god. Which we're probably not going to need, quite honestly. So yeah, 1 day for 8 kilometers. We're probably going to have like a half-hour to hour-long burn to enter the orbit around Orlim. But we have so much delta V in this, it doesn't really matter how efficient we go. So that's good. Just hope everything goes fine with that. So yeah, we might go ahead and say we're going to drop this into the atmosphere first. So the like heaviest part is gone, which will increase the thrust to weight by a lot, and then we can deploy these, get rid of that, and be fine. Yeah, but all of that once we are actually there. For now, we have a Neidon ship that needs. Does that still need building? Also, I am pronouncing Neidon in kinda German. You'd probably pronounce it more like Neidon in English, but I don't really. You know, it's like that is kind of a name that's chosen to resemble Poseidon, since you know Neptune. So yeah, that's why I call it Neidon, cause Poseidon. And if you actually pronounce Poseidon, then you're just wrong, cause that's Greek, and Greek does not pronounce it that way. Anyway, do we have a Neidon thing already? No. Can I just... You know, one option I'd like to have on this screen is completely... just say fuck all the stock stuff. Just don't show me stock. That would be really cool to have. Erlem... Plock, Sarnus. Nope, we don't have a Neidon ship yet. So let's take a look at Neidon and actually build a ship for it. So for that, we need to look at the frickin' planet. Which would be this one. The only one we haven't sent anything to yet. And that has one very eccentric one here. That has no other moonlets or anything. That looks like a potato. From the shape, if not from the color. That would be a rotten potato from the color. Nice dent. Um, anyway, so we've got Nissi over here. And we've got Satmo that actually has an atmosphere over here. And we don't have... okay, so we've got... Satmo has an atmosphere. We've got Neidon itself, which of course has an atmosphere. That's an ice giant. And Nissi, which doesn't have an atmosphere. So, what we want is a lander that can land on Neidon. It has like no atmospheric pressure, so we kinda don't really have a way to use this, because 0.009 atmospheres is 0.00 times that's a bunch of order of magnitudes. That's like what? We've got like 2 orders of magnitude between normal Earth pressure and this pressure. Like, you don't have... Wow, this looks cool though. Spoilers. So I doubt we can use parachutes on this. I am going to try though. So we've got one with a big heat shield, one that just needs like tons of parachutes, and one that is a normal lander. Okay, so the Neidon 3 then. Now I said Neidon. Why? Just be consistent, please. We're gonna start with, I don't know, probably the Hex, cause why not? Neidon 3. Save. So we need the big probe that goes into the big thing. So you just get that. You get a an SAS module. Why does that not seem right? You also get utility radio isotope things, because we can, and a giant heat shield. Heat shield. There. I kind of don't like the look of that. Structural big thing. Boom. Boom. That's better. That should be able to fall through and be fine. Okay, then we want a lander for Thatmo, which means I want a small probe core, which means I want one of these and one of these. And I kinda... yeah, just leave this on there, because that's a whole lot of space for aerodynamics there. Where the fuck? 7.5 meter fairing. What the heck? Who even? I want parachutes. Is that another utility? Why? It's definitely aerodynamics. Okay, I just want those in the highest possible number, 12 times. Yeah. And also 12 of the drogue chutes, because those should be able to slow us down quite significantly. Of course, deployment pressure should be pretty damn low. That is already at minimum pressure though. And we kind of have a problem with that if that is... I'm gonna say altitude for full deployment at like 3,000 for these and like 10,000 for 5,000, okay? For these, just to see if that does anything that actually works. I just want that to be 1 here, and then I don't think I need a heat shield or anything. Then again, I want a little battery down there, and then I might as well put like a small... Unfortunately, that is the smallest heat shield we have. Then again, we kind of have oversized stuff there anyway. On top. Then again, it does not at all need any kind of heat shielding. Like, we're going to drop this in from a very, very, very low orbit and very delicately and stuff. Just give me like a small tank. That's too big. Like the Oscar. Yeah. And like an ant engine. And then, I don't know. Like the tiniest feet. Just make it a tripod. What the heck? Can you just go up by 1 and not to 17? Holy fuck. Decoupler, or in this case stack separator probably. Stack separator, structural. That's a stack decoupler, it's fine though. We have this one though. And then we want just a nice little probe that can land on the other thing. You kinda probably want a small reaction wheel. That's where I... click it. Fine. Yeah, just put another reaction wheel there. And a battery. And a... Actually more like 2 of these. And afterwards, because I kind of need the room for something like this. Just to do of those. Do 2 of those. Then do a little bit of fuel. Like so. Why does this look like it's floating? Turn that off. And a Terrier LV909. That looks fine to me. Under that, I want a decoupler. Oh, also I kind of want landing legs on that. Don't forget the landing legs. Legs? There. And 3 should be enough. We're not landing on a very big moon. Decoupler, structural, interstage adapter. Huh. Might use that at some point. However, for this, I'd like a small, not so small actually, fairing. No, close it. No, what the fuck? Why does that work? That makes no sense. Can you... Close fairing. Can you not? Holy fuck. That's not what I want. There, close fairing. Why not immediately? Of course that is on clamshell with... Let's have 4 sides, full ejection force. Yeah. And around that, an even bigger one. Fairing inside fairing, because fairingception is always nice. That one, clamshell, 2 sides, full ejection force. That's the one that actually goes once we are out of the atmosphere. And then we're going to go ahead and build a thing under that that can actually take us to Neidon. Like with the last one, I kind of want to use electric propulsion, but it's, you know, pain in the ass to actually do. Just hope for enough stuff out of one of these. Like if I put where's the save that just in case of crashes. Where is the nuke? I thought wasn't that apparently the big nuke was not a SpaceX part. Space Y, sorry. Yeah. That right there has 8K. I like how this is about what we have with the ion engines on the other thing. Anyway. Give me a... that's a structural thing. Yeah. Give me like a bunch of those. Like 6 is a good number, I guess. Then again, yeah, I kind of want that on an interstage adapter, to be sure. Get that off of here. Get that off of here. That's the smaller one. That's the stupid one. That's a stupid one. Small. That's the size I'm looking for, but not enough. That's the one. So that's... What you? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna go beforehand. That's now only 6K, but we've have half a G of acceleration, which is actually better to actually have. Also, I can make this a little bit longer. Just like with one of those. Brings us back to 8 and half of what, like 0.2 less thrust to weight, but that's fine. Then we need a little bit of heat radiation. Where's the panels? There. Thermal control system medium. Please, only 2. Here. And honestly, just because we can here. It's not like we really need it. Custom 1, toggle, and toggle. Okay, under that we need a decoupler for large parts, which would be something along the lines of, look at the right kind of parts, please. This. And under that, we need something that actually brings that into orbit. Shouldn't be too hard to get. Especially with space-wide parts. Safe. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I want, but bigger. That's the half tank. I want the full tank. Engine. That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. That at least that wasn't. Then no. Penguin. No. Well, that would fit size-wise, but that's way too little thrust. I want to launch stuff, so no penguins, please. Moa? Yes. Do you have a... No, you don't. Huh. That means I need a thrust plate for you in the stage. So something like the actual big ones. Yep. I love when stuff works. Safe. That's 2k, 2.6k. So we need like 2 more. Decoupler. $5 stack separator. I want the 5 meter decoupler, please. Stack decoupler. That has totally nice separators too. Under that, we're just going to go with this. Okay. What kind of thing actually fits under there the best? The emu is probably a little bit like a single emu, yes. But the fuck? Single emu is actually too small. And I want Atmo for this. That's too big. That's too small. That's good. Especially since... Can we have that like a millimeter off the ground? Holy crap. I hate this limitation for height. Like, can I... move the entire thing up? Yeah, no. Decoupler. Actually put that more like here. What? Put that here. And turn this like this. Looks better. Yeah, now we definitely are a little bit underpowered in terms of height. Where is the fuel nose cone that I want? That one. No. That one. No. Oh, so that one? No. That means I want that one? No. That one. That looks stupid. Wrong color. put a bunch of little engines down there, like, I don't know. That's not what I want. What's the red tide, by the way? Like, if we put these on, that actually lowers the thruster weight. Like, that's not helping. I did have a multi-red tide, yeah. That's the one I have on those. 1.5. That's actually a good thruster weight to start on. Almost a little bit high. Atmo, actually. 1.3, that's good. Unfortunately, we don't... Hello? Low-flying jet? Fuck you too? We're gonna go ahead and say we're gonna put these to level 9. Then they're just gonna drain themselves first. Anyway, without the whole thing. I guess crossfeed and enabling is not really a thing I need to do. Or I shouldn't have to. At least. So this now has 5,100. That's easily enough to get into orbit. Even on atmosphere we have 4.6. So that's actually fine. And we should be able to launch this in the next episode. So put a bunch of launch clamps on that. Put the heavy duty ones, because we can. And save. And next time we're going to launch this thing. Till then, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. And until next time, I'm WW Dadman. Bye.